In the middle of an election campaign, political rhetoric tends to be harsh, if not actually at times cruel. But the exchanges we witnessed between the BJP and Trinamool Congress are something altogether different. The language has been crude and personal, and the attacks sharp and cutting. But is it justified, or has it diminished both parties? With me from the BJP is Gujarat spokesman and former government minister Jay Narayan Vyas. And from the Trinamool Congress, the West Bengal finance minister Amit Mitra. Mr. Vyas, the present war of words between Narendra Modi and the BJP on the one hand and Mamata Banerjee and the Trinamool Congress on the other began when in fact Mr. Modi alleged that one of Mamata Banerjee's paintings had been bought for 1.8 crore. His exact words were, "Who all have bought your paintings? Suddenly, how have they found your talent? The people of Bengal want to know." What gave Narendra Modi the right to insinuate that people are paying extravagant sums for Mamata Banerjee's paintings so that they can put money in her pocket?
Well, I think, Karan, the reasons go far beyond this. This is one of the issues for which they have given the clarification that the money so raised were used for election funding and they were not being used for personal use, whatever it is. But then the fact is, the claim that, or the mention that was made by the Honorable Chief Minister, that all of a sudden the art and the artistic capabilities in Mamata Banerjee were found to be of such a high order.
But just a moment, you're wrong on two counts.
1.8 crore.
I'm stopping you because you're wrong on two counts. First of all, the amount paid wasn't 1.8 crore, it was barely a couple of lakhs. And secondly, and much worse, was the insinuation that in fact people were buying her paintings for extravagant sums to put money in her pocket. That insinuation is not just morally offensive, it's factually wrong. And I'm asking you again, what gave Narendra Modi the right to make that remark?
It's not, Karan, the kind of logic that you are advancing. I would beg to differ with it very humbly. I think the indication which Mr. Modi wanted to make was towards those who are buying these paintings at such a high price, the kind of motive behind pleasing Mamata Banerjee, you know, somewhere it might be quid pro quo. And that is perhaps the reason that why this kind of things have started
they weren't buying the paintings at the price he claims they were. His premise was wrong. That's what I'm saying to you. They weren't buying the paintings at extravagant prices. His very premise is wrong. Can you accept he made a terrible mistake?
No, I don't think it is. It is the motive behind these paintings fetching such a high price.
All right. Dr. Mitra, let me bring you in. In response to that accusation or allegation, your colleague Derek O'Brien went public repeatedly calling Narendra Modi the butcher of Gujarat. You're a refined man, you're an intellectual. I put it to you, that language is not just rude, it is crude. Does Derek O'Brien owe an apology to the constitutional head of government of Gujarat?
I think first of all I must say, as you said correctly, the provocation to an emotional outburst came from Mr. Modi. Absolutely on false grounds, totally.
But Dr. Mitra,
all
Dr.
accounts have been
Dr.
submitted
Mitra,
to the Election Commission.
I took up that point with Mr. Vyas. The point I'm putting to you is, do you accept that your colleague Derek O'Brien was not just rude but crude in calling Narendra Modi the butcher of Gujarat? He owes him an apology.
I think the most important point is the context you must understand.
You mean the context justifies
you are
this
aware, the
language?
people of India are aware. Let me give you where the butcher word comes from. You are aware, and all of India is aware, that it was such a pogrom that cannot be imagined, where a woman who's pregnant, the stomach is cut open and the fetus is thrown. Children you have petrol put in their mouth put on fire. While this is happening, Mr. Modi, as Chief Minister of the state,
Dr. Mitra, I'm going to interrupt you. I'm going to interrupt you.
I think,
gentlemen, don't quarrel with each other. Don't quarrel with each other. I will do the conducting. You answer my question. No, Mr. Vyas, don't quarrel with each other. Let me ask the questions. I'll come to you in a moment's time. But in the meantime, can you say to me, with your hand on your heart, Dr. Mitra, that calling a chief minister who has got a clearance from the magistrates court, who's got a clearance from the SIT, appointed by the Supreme Court, calling that chief minister the butcher of Gujarat is justified? Surely you can't be arguing that as a finance minister yourself.
I think you will have to ask people. You will have to ask the common people that still over probably about 2,000 people were killed. That never got settled. There are 300-400 people still missing. So the stamp of that horrible event lies in the minds of people along with Derek O'Brien. So when Mr. Modi made such a provocative statement for no reason, it naturally became emotional and those images came back.
Let me stop you there. I want to go
Now,
to
the
Mr. Vyas.
question,
Mr. Vyas,
we have
Mr. one at a time, gentlemen. Mr. Vyas, the accusation coming and the justification you're hearing is that Mr. Modi's provocation led to this comment. Now, in fact, Mr. Modi's provocation wasn't just about the price at which Mamata Banerjee's painting sell. He also alleged that she was somehow involved in the Sharda chit fund scam. He actually suggested in his speech in a very clever way that either she was involved in the scam itself or she was involved in not pursuing it diligently. And once again, I put it to you, he has no basis for saying so. He's morally undermining a sitting chief minister, and it's a wrong thing for him to have done.
Well, Karan, in the first instance, let me tell you, I am surprised by Dr. Mitra's language, because as the Director General of FICCI, he used to talk to the same gentleman with lot of respect and regards, and he was queuing up in Gujarat for getting the assignments.
But that's not my question to you.
I will continue to talk to him as an elected, Mr. Vyas, I am an elected politician, not by your mercy.
Mr. Mitra, if he was so bad, if Gujarat was so bad, what made you interested in Gujarat? You are involved, you offered your services for attracting investment in Gujarat, Dr. Mitra. Don't forget that.
All right, gentlemen, let's not quarrel amongst each other. Come back to my question, Mr. Vyas. One at a time. Mr. Vyas, first Mr. Vyas, then I'll come to Dr. Mitra. Mr. Vyas, answer my question. What right had Narendra Modi to insinuate that Mamata Banerjee was involved in the Sharda chit fund scam? What right had he to level that sort of crude insinuation of financial skullduggery?
Well, Karan, if you are in a public life and if you are working for the people, you will be called upon to answer these kind of questions. That why you are shielding some people. You know, off and on you have seen in the name of Adani, the same people are making number of allegations and brutal attacks on Mr. Modi and Gujarat. Now here, Sharda chit fund, the people of Bengal ought to know that what has happened. Why? What was the reason for Ms. Mamata Banerjee to shield this Mr. Sen?
Let me stop you there.
So let me stop you there. In place that he is raising these issues.
Let me stop you there. It's only fair that Dr. Mitra have a chance to reply. What you're hearing, Dr. Mitra, is people in public life have to have thick skins. The problem is, one expects higher standards from a lady than one does from a man she considers the butcher of Gujarat. Yet the lady riposted by calling Mr. Modi the devil. She called him the architect of riots. And I tell you, you don't expect that language from chief ministers. There's a certain decorum you expect, not this sort of crude language.
I think let's go from the semantics to the facts that you have raised. First of all, the Sharda process began in 2006. The communists were in power in Bengal and mushrooming of chit funds happened. What have we done? We've arrested the man who was responsible from Kashmir. We have set up a commission. Mamata Banerjee has set up a commission. Mamata Banerjee has put
just a moment.
500 crores of the state funds to compensate people who lost money.
Struck back with the facts you're giving me. There's a good argument you're presenting. It's convincing, but she didn't use it. Instead, she called Narendra Modi a devil. She called him the architect of riots. She went down to his level. She hasn't occupied the moral high ground. She sunk to his level. That's the point I'm making. It was self-defeating to reply in this way.
I think what you must remember is the same person. Look at the duplicity, why people get enraged. He came to Bengal. He said, you give one laddu in Mamata Di's hand. Give me one laddu in the center.
Doesn't
one in
Mamata
state,
Banerjee have the
Within
wit
6
and
weeks,
the resistance
the
not to get provoked?
parachuted into Bengal and he started abusing her. So her reaction as a woman, being charged for something, she hasn't taken 1 rupee from her paintings.
All right.
All accounts have been submitted to the Election Commission. How can you expect somebody to remain in that manner where she
can I put something to you? Can
She
I put
doesn't
something
use
to
a
you?
government car.
When,
She
when,
doesn't
when,
take a
when
salary.
16-year-old
But tell me,
school
what
children
is that
overreact,
condition? What
it's
would you- how
explained
would
in
you
the way
react?
you're explaining Mamata Banerjee's behavior. You're suddenly reducing the chief minister to a 16-year-old teenager who doesn't know how to control his or her reactions and therefore overreacts. You expect chief ministers to be in control of their emotions
It is
and
not
to
a
be more
matter of
thoughtful.
controlling reaction. People of Bengal were enraged by what Mr. Modi said for no reason,
Okay.
with no provocation. Chief Minister was deeply hurt on that matter
All right.
as a human being, and therefore she reacted saying, this man who 6 weeks ago was speaking one language, all of a sudden
All
comes
right.
in,
Let's-
parachutes into the state,
let's pull out
and
of-
one after another she
Let's-
charges her
let's-
person of greatest integrity.
Let's pull out of this particular example. Let me come to another one which perhaps is even more disturbing for the people of India. Mr. Vyas, Modi Saab has also made bizarre insinuations about Mamata Banerjee and Bangladeshis. He said, and I'm quoting him, if people from Bihar come, they seem to be outsiders to you. If people from Orissa come, they seem to be outsiders to you. You feel bad if Marwadis come. And then he added, but if some Bangladeshis come, your face seems to shine. He's suggesting that she's encouraging illegal Bangladeshi immigrants. On what basis does he say it? Has he got any facts to justify it? Or once again, is this just low innuendo?
Karan, is it a secret as of now that there is a very heavy infiltration that is taking place in this country, and one of the major culprits are the borders with the state in which
just a moment.
Mamata Banerjee is the
There's a
chief minister.
Mr. Vyas, there
and
is a
therefore,
difference. There's
no,
a
there is
difference
no-
between talking of Bangladeshi illegal immigration and suggesting, or actually more or less accusing the chief minister of encouraging it. He did the second, not the first. That's why I'm asking you the question. Was this the correct way for one chief minister to address
No,
another?
It's not that. You know, if you talk about Gujarat and if you talk about, if you are found to be winking your eyes towards the kind of illegal migration and people settling down and they becoming legitimate citizens
Mamata,
of
that's
this
the point
country,
I'm asking you.
I think the
Where
state
is the proof?
responsible for
Where is the
checking it.
proof that Mamata Banerjee is, as you call it, winking
Oh my
her
God.
eyes at illegal
What are we
immigration? Where's the
talking?
proof?
I mean, are there still required to have the proof that you are?
Of
you
course
are very
you're required
heavy
proof.
infiltration,
You're making an
investment not only in
accusation, you
West
need the
Bengal,
proof
but
to
in
back
the
it up.
northeastern states.
If you make an accusation,
No,
you
this
need
is
the proof.
this is a well-known fact.
All right, you call
This
it a
is
random
well-known
fact. I
that
certainly
not only
don't, and
West
many
Bengal,
others
but
won't.
through West Bengal,
Let me-
Assam and other states are also heavily
I'd like to
infiltrated,
respond.
and they are
Just-
today being controlled by Bangladesh.
No, that is not proof. That's
This is
still
a fact.
insinuation, accusation, innuendo, and allegation, and nothing more. Let me bring in Dr. Mitra. Dr. Mitra, the problem was that, in fact, Narendra Modi was talking about Bangladeshis, not Bengalis. Yet Mamata Banerjee lost her cool. Why, people ask, is Mamata Banerjee taking up cudgels on behalf of illegal Bangladeshi immigrants? Clearly, Modi was talking about illegal immigrants. She didn't have to take up cudgels on their behalf.
I think let me first explain. The Marwadis of Bengal, the Biharis of Bengal, they are Bengalis. And Mamata Banerjee has repeatedly said we are brothers and sisters of Bengal.
But what
now,
about
as far
Bangladeshis?
as what Mr. Narendra Modi does not know, let me submit to you what Mr. Narendra Modi doesn't know. All of us, including myself, we have all come from, so many of us have come from
No, no, no.
Bangladesh, including
You're
Mamata
sidestepping
Banerjee,
the question,
which
sir.
was East
I
Pakistan.
asked you about illegal
Now,
Bangladeshi immigrants. Why is your chief minister taking up cudgels on behalf of them?
illegal immigration. What I am saying is nobody has taken any cudgel about them. You know that Mamata Banerjee has fought with Bangladesh on the question of Tista waters. The borders are guarded by border security force of the central government. Why should anybody take cudgel for
But that
somebody
was
illegal?
that
but to
was what was
insult
suggested
almost
by her
every
response.
Bengali.
That was what was suggested by her response. The accusation was against Bangladeshi illegal immigrants. Mamata Banerjee got extremely angry. She should have kept quiet instead.
She got angry because people should, at least Mr. Modi should know that the borders are secured by border security force.
Okay.
The state police has built special intensive entities in order to control any kind of infiltration. She has differed with Bangladesh on waters. and it is something
I'm not
center
sure,
did
I'm
not
not
like,
sure how your
and he
involved
turns around
answer
and
is
blames
an
her.
answer to my question. It's an answer to perhaps a different question. I'm saying, why is the Chief Minister mistaking and misunderstanding Bengalis to be illegal Bangladeshi immigrants? When illegal Bangladeshi immigrants are being discussed, she should just accept it and keep quiet.
She was absolutely clear that everybody in Bengal knows that illegal Bangladeshis are not
All right.
somebody that any Bengali or any Marwari, any Bihari would tolerate.
All right.
The border is protected by the central government.
Gentlemen-
What is the point of blaming her on
Gentlemen,
any infiltration?
let's pull out-
Our state government has built a special police force for this.
Okay, let's pull out
what
of this.
nonsense is Mr.
Let's
Modi
pull out of
talking
this
about?
exchange of invective and what is
Karan,
popularly
can I
called
come
tutu
in?
meme. I want to put the
Karan,
same.
can I
Just a
answer
moment.
Dr. Mitra where the state comes into picture? Karan, can I answer Dr. Mitra where the state comes into picture? For a while, even if you understand that the illegal immigrants have infiltrated into your state, you have several machineries to check their settlement in your states. Why are you permitting it? Gujarat has identified and helped the deportation.
Nobody is permitting it.
Of these
This is all cooked. This is all Mr.
immigrants from the
Vyas.
state.
You sit in
Ultimately,
Gujarat.
it's a national interest.
You
Why
sit
are
in
you feeling
Gujarat
so
and
bad
you
about
don't
it?
know.
And what is that?
Nobody is
All right,
tolerating
gentlemen,
this.
Gentlemen, please do not quarrel with each other.
Bengal, that was pre-partition days, maybe.
Gentlemen, the country is watching you. They look upon
That's
you as
not an
senior
answer.
ministers. They expect that you'll set an example, at least observe a certain decorum. Let me put this to you. I'm going to put the same question to both of you. Mr. Vyas, this issue now has been taken cognizance of by the Election Commission. Are you worried that for the first time in this election campaign, it's possible that the Election Commission might admonish your prime ministerial candidate? Fault may be found with him. And here's a man who wants to be Prime Minister of India who could end up being admonished by the Election Commission. Won't that embarrass you? Oh, what a convenient point to lose his line. Let me put the opposite to you. While Mr. Vyas's line comes back to us, I want to put this to you, Dr. Mitra. One expects standards from chief ministers. You expect a decorum. You expect a certain form of language. Butcher of Gujarat, devil, architect of rights. Forgive me, that is demeaning language. Mamata Banerjee has lowered herself, even if you argue she was provoked by Narendra Modi. She hasn't risen in people's estimation. She's diminished.
I think if you ask a Bengali, when they heard Mr. Modi making accusations after accusations, everybody was enraged. He is trying to divide the population vis-a-vis Biharis and Marwadis. In Bengal, this doesn't exist. Even the Muslim population of Bengal speaks Bengali. Everybody looks at Rabindranath Tagore as their and
Bengalis
many
are known
great
for
poets
their
of Bengal.
sweet language. They are known for their poetry. They are known for their refinement, not for this sort of tutu meme crude exchange where you call people vitriolic invective. And that's what I'm saying. In the eyes of the Bengali people, Mamata Banerjee has diminished herself by her language and her retaliation. Refinement
That's what
was
you think
replaced
sitting
with
in
crudity.
Delhi. The Bengalis were enraged. Karan, Bengalis were enraged by this kind of thing, of trying to divide the people
All right.
between every kind of community, language, caste. Never been done in Bengal before.
I'm stopping you. I've got Jainaran Vyas back. I want to put that question to you, which you couldn't answer earlier. This issue has now been taken cognizance of by the Election Commission. In all likelihood, it's expected they might end up admonishing Narendra Modi. It will be the first time in this campaign that your prime ministerial aspirant has had his knuckles rapped by the Election Commission. If that happens, won't that embarrass you?
Well, Karan, we have always submitted to the process of law. I think we have never taken on any cudgels with the Election Commission's monitoring, and we are sure Election Commission would be able to see the reason. I for one will not go with that hypothesis that Election Commission is going to come out and
Gentlemen,
Mr. Narendra Modi on this.
Gentlemen, my
I think
last
it's a
question.
premature conclusion.
My last question to both of you. 814 million potential voters are interested in this discussion because they believe it's one way of interpreting and understanding their politics. And they're dismayed that two senior chief ministers have reduced themselves to this level of invective. Given that chief ministers and politicians are supposed to set a standard, first you, Dr. Mitra, then Mr. Vyas, the same question. don't you think you owe an apology to the people of India, even if not to the two people you've offended? An apology to the people of India for letting down the high standards that are expected of you. A quick answer, Dr. Mitra first.
I think very simple. If somebody comes repeatedly with arrogance, with authoritarian approach, which people are not recognizing, and a Gujarat model, so to say, which is in fact a made-up model,
that's an elaborate
people
no.
feel enraged.
That
Please
is an
understand.
elaborate no.
People
You're giving me an elaborate
people of Bengal
no.
are with Miss Mamata Banerjee.
All right. In a very long way,
they
you're
are
saying
very
no.
much
Dr.
with
Vyas,
the-
I'm going to ask you the same question. Do you owe an apology to the people of India, not Mamata Banerjee, the people of India, for lowering the standards of an election campaign that is so critical to our future? A quick answer.
Well, Karan, I think it is too much to say that Mamata Banerjee is a very polite person. She has made much wider
Yes.
allegations.
Another no, I'm
and
afraid.
her spokesperson has crossed all limits
Another
of
no,
decency.
equally long-winded, but a no again. I'm rather sorry that both my politicians, gentlemen that in their own fields have achieved an enormous amount in their respective states, neither of them believe that the people of India owe an apology. Both of them are justifying their respective chief ministers and the invective they've used. Clearly, partisanship in an election is much more important than decorum and moral and ethical behavior. But I suppose that's just a fact of life. That's what you have to expect in an election campaign. My thanks to both of you for joining me. And if you have been, thanks for watching. Goodbye. Good night.